Let's get to D Street chatter. Nimesh is joining in to get us that insight. Nimesh.
Hi, Rimano, a bit of a pullback after what we saw, a sharp recovery in yesterday's trade, and rightly so, because the global data still seems to be quite muted as well. So that's going to have an impact on the Indian markets as well. I guess while the flows have resumed, the full participation seems to be still missing out. So the volumes are still thin from larger institutions. The sector of the week was clearly the PSU index. I've been saying for the last couple of days that there is buying interest from larger institutions in the PSU stocks. The index this week has gained, the CPS index, I'm saying, has gained nearly 3.5%. And a lot of individual names within the PSU stocks have actually rallied pretty hard this week. So it looks like that momentum is likely to continue in the PSU index. Even the broader markets have relatively outperformed today, and the breadth seems to be quite positive as well. I guess the big trigger to watch will be the quarterly updates across the board. We saw what happened to Avenue Supermart today. On a slightly better update, you saw a big 10%, more than 10% up move in that name. So the quarterly updates will be important. But I guess the full participation from institutions and the country allocations should start early next week.
Okay, all right, got that, Nimesh. What about individual stocks, though? What are you picking up?
Well, so the first name is Shell Engineering. That stock is buzzing in trade today, but almost at 52-week highs. The volumes have picked up as well. I understand there's going to be another large block in Shell Engineering very soon. Likely the domestic mutual fund is a seller, and a leading long-only fund who bought recently in the block as well. They are likely to buy further stake in Shell Engineering. So that's the first name. The second stock, a couple of names where there is delivery-based buying, CG Power and Indus Towers. Both the stocks for the second day running, there is institutional buying at FIDS. So expect high delivery volumes there on the buy side in both those names. The third stock is Geo Finance. We saw a large block in yesterday's trade as well. Even today, there are sell flows, is what I understand. A leading long-only fund is an aggressive seller in the last couple of days, but equally, it's been matched by aggressive domestic buying. So even yesterday, the entire large block got absorbed by domestic mutual funds, and that's been the case in today's market as well. And the last is Linde India. If you just look at the last 3-4 months chart, it is sharply corrected from all the way high of almost 10,000 to the low of 5,800, 1,500. And from there, you've seen a bit of a pullback as well in the last couple of days. I understand some large HNI investors were sellers. That's completely sold out now. So the supply overhang seems to be largely over. And hence, you've seen a bit of a recovery from the recent lows in Linde India.
Thank you very much for that. Himang Jani is now with us on the show.